Honor is not given, it is built. In a world obsessed with wealth, power, and fleeting recognition, true honor remains one of the rarest and most misunderstood virtues. People mistake it for reputation, something dictated by others. But in reality, honor is an internal code, a way of being that transcends external validation. More than 2,500 years ago, Confucius laid the foundation for a philosophy centered on integrity, duty, and self-cultivation. His teachings were not about rigid morality or blind obedience, but about becoming the kind of person who naturally commands respect, not through force, but through virtue. If you seek to build a life of honor, not one dictated by the shallow standards of society, but one rooted in deep wisdom, this video will reveal 5 essential lessons from Confucius that will shape your character and define your legacy. 1. Cultivate virtue. Honor begins within. The superior man thinks of virtue, the inferior man thinks of comfort. Confucius believed that honor is not something you claim, it is something you embody. To be honored, you must first be honorable. This begins with cultivating Ren, the virtue of humanity, kindness, and moral character. Most people seek shortcuts to recognition, chasing titles, social status, or empty displays of power. But Confucius taught that true honor comes not from what you have, but from who you are. A person of honor does not act out of convenience. They act out of principle. Their words align with their actions, and their actions align with their deepest values. They do not betray themselves, even when no one is watching. So, ask yourself, are you crafting a character that you yourself would respect? Honor is not built in a day. It is built in every decision, every moment, every test of integrity that you either rise to or fall from. And 2. Master self-discipline, the art of inner governance. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Confucius: honor is not found in what you say, it is proven in what you do, especially when it is difficult. And nothing is more difficult than mastering oneself. Confucius emphasized the concept of li, rituals, discipline, and the art of self-regulation. These are not just traditions, but a structure for maintaining order, both within society and within oneself. Most people let their emotions dictate their actions. They react impulsively, surrender to temptations, and justify their weaknesses. But a person of honor does not act on whim. They act on principle. When anger arises, they choose restraint. When fear tempts them to compromise, they choose courage. When laziness whispers, they choose duty. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect. If you cannot govern yourself, how can you expect to lead or inspire others? The question is not what do you want, but what are you willing to sacrifice to become honorable? 3. Lead by example, the power of silent influence. To see what is right and not do it is the want of courage. Confucius: true honor does not need to be declared, it is recognized. Confucius taught that the most powerful way to lead is not through words, but through moral force. A person of honor does not need to demand respect. Their character commands it. Consider history's greatest figures. They did not shout about their virtue. They lived it. They did not seek to control others. They inspired them. If you want to build a life of honor, stop trying to change people. Change yourself. When you uphold integrity in the face of corruption, when you stand firm in principle while others bend to pressure, when you choose righteousness over convenience, you become a lighthouse in a world lost in darkness. Honor is contagious, but it starts with one person. Will it start with you? 4. Respect hierarchy, but think independently. When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. Confucius lived in a time where hierarchy was everything. He respected structure but never blind obedience. His philosophy teaches us to learn from our elders and traditions, but to always think for ourselves. Most people today swing between two extremes, either blindly following authority or recklessly rejecting all guidance. But a person of honor understands balance. They respect wisdom, but do not idolize it. They follow principles, but adapt them to reality. They listen, but always think critically. To live honorably means to navigate the fine line between humility and independence. Absorb knowledge, but forge your own path. 5. Leave a legacy. Think beyond yourself. A man who does not think and plan long ahead will find trouble at his door. Confucius: honor is not about the present, it is about the impact you leave behind. Most people think only of their immediate desires. They live for pleasure, wealth, or status, things that die with them. But a person of honor thinks generationally. They build something greater than themselves. They raise others up instead of only lifting themselves. They act with wisdom so their decisions benefit not just today, but decades from now. They seek not just personal success, but collective progress. Ask yourself, what will remain when you are gone? Will you leave behind only memories or a path for others to follow? Honor is not about you. It is about the mark you leave on the world. Confucius did not promise that the path to honor would be easy, but he promised it would be worth it. To build a life of honor, you must cultivate virtue before seeking recognition. Master yourself before trying to influence others. Lead by example, not by force. Think critically while respecting wisdom. Live beyond yourself and build something that lasts. This is the way of Confucius. And if you choose to walk this path, you will not just be honored by others. You will become someone truly worthy of honor. The question is, will you take that path? If this message resonated with you, subscribe to Wisdom Path for more insights on ancient philosophy and timeless wisdom. Until next time, seek virtue, live with integrity, and walk the path of honor.